add a few things, right? How you practice exposure, the more it naturalistically connects to what matters to you. I think that inherently creates willingness to some degree, at least.
Yes.
So we recently had someone who loved just sort of classic kind of board games, yard games, stuff like that. Jenga, for example. So we worked up our hierarchy, head on the contamination side of things, and it was time to have some fun in the bathroom, right? So imagine the exposure of, okay, let's touch the bathroom floor with one finger and sit with that. Fair exposure, good one. Or we could sit on the bathroom floor and play Jenga, right? And that's not distraction because we're going to really help you keep your attention on what we're doing that's sort of disrupting the OCD system. But it's also connecting to this genuine human experience of laughing when all the Jenga blocks fall down, right? Like that I think is part of the secret sauce of what we'd love to do is what's important to you. How does OCD say you can't do that thing? Let's go practice it in as real a way as possible.
Yeah. Related, I just think this might be interesting for listeners and it might unlock something for themselves. A lot of people will have moments where they functioned at a very high level without any interference from rituals because it was like an emergency or there was like a social context where I just did not want people to see my OCD. Right. And so I've worked with clients who are like homebound, unable to, touch most things in the environment, but then like, let's say like a pipe bursts and now you've got plumbers coming in and out and tracking stuff everywhere and touching all your stuff and all that. No problem. Because I had no choice. Like that's how that experience, that's the context surrounding that experience. So that is confusing to people. Like, and to family and friends too, like, oh, well, you did that. Like now, doesn't that show you like blah, blah, blah. And they're just not catching, well, the whole thing was like a completely different experience of I had no choice. Adam's example of playing Jenga in the bathroom is perfect because it's a game, it's interactive and all this stuff. And we didn't have to do it there.
Yeah.
We chose to do it there, but it's a bit more like, yeah, I chose to do this. Or even like, I want to do it. Like I want to play with Adam and he says he's not going to play in the office. Like this is like, if I'm super into whatever the thing is, it's great to put that in an exposure context. Be like, oh yeah, I really do want to do that. It looks fun. Like I've done hors d'oeuvres in the bathroom too. Like
we're in the bathroom.
Sounds yummy.
A plate of cheese and crackers. And it's like, yeah, why not have hors d'oeuvres here? It's a perfectly good room. We don't have to, but we can.
I mean, that ties to positive affect and humor. Yeah. Like just that creates willingness. I think we use humor all the time in a way that matches sort of the client we're working with. But I think you bring some of those into the exposure dynamic. I'm thinking of playing similar kind of version, playing Uno on an elevator, going up and down with strangers, just walking in and out and just basically getting to the point of tears laughing. Wow, we're clearly being judged to some degree, right? Like, what are these people doing playing Uno on the floor and doing contamination? Like, there was multiple triggers stacked up, but the experience is, laughing so hard we're crying.
Yes.
That doesn't happen if you're white knuckling, if you're just trying to get through it. Like, you're not online enough to have positive affect.